All right, this is the end of the podcast panel here.
Thank you guys. You guys are amazing.
Ming Chen is up there. He's a podcaster. He's also a streamer, but he's Streamyard. So a lot of viewer comments show up on Streamer. This is an example. Yep.
No, they're at the store. 5 minutes.
So the podcast panel's ended.
And it's a gift shop. Thanks, guys.
The YouTube panel's about to begin.
Yeah.
So these people are all leaving. I'm live now, Matthew. I'm live. I just hope this doesn't kill my battery.
Videos right here. Want to see if they have it or if not. Not enough making whatever.
Hey, Alex. I'm Rob.
Alex, nice to meet you.
You too.
Stay there.
Yeah, I'm live right now. I won't point it at you unless you want to. Do you want to say something real quick? This is a fellow panelist, Alex. Just Alex.
Me, man.
Kind of rant about wrestling. Dude, look at that jersey, dude. That's sweet.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's really sweet. Oh, what's I don't know who this guy is.
These are my co-hosts.
Hey. Co-hosts.
How are you?
So
Yeah,
we're getting ready. We're getting ready for. What do you want people to know?
Comicpalooza is the place to be, man.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Everybody's cool.
Missing
If
out.
you haven't showed up yet, you're missing out. You gotta get here, man.
Well, nobody's watching. I just decided I was going to live stream this. I was like, let's do it. Hey, Don. This is Don. The color of motion. You should, man. Yeah, me too. Your motion graphics on your show, it looks beautiful, man.
Thank you.
It looks beautiful. And the content.
I'm constantly working on it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this panel will help all of us. Tyler, I met Tyler earlier. He does My Retro Life. He has like 55,000 subscribers.
Working at it.
I know. He's got like 30, how many thousand subscribers?
32,000.
32. So yeah. Yeah. He's got a lot.
10 years.
Yeah. There's Tyler from My Retro Life. Also seen on Paramount Plus? Is it Paramount Plus that is on?
The Console Wars movie is on Paramount Plus.
Console
yeah,
Wars,
and so a
yeah.
lot of my clips and my footage ended up in that movie.
Okay.
From my YouTube channel. So yeah, pretty cool. That worked out. The filmmaker who wrote the book too, Blake J. Harris, actually contacted me ahead of
I'm live, by the way. I'm sorry.
Oh sure, yeah. Yeah, you're good, yeah. And he was like, love your show. This and that. We'd love to get some of the footage into the movie, and so. That was really great opportunity.
Cool. Yeah, there's actually nobody watching right now.
Okay.
There's nobody watching, but this will live on forever. So, yeah, this will live on forever. Hey, I'm live. Hi, everybody. Are you still doing dog fin? Media?
Studios.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Oh, studios. No longer just radio, but studios. Awesome. This is the panel table. Matthew, what's happening, man? Let's sit down here.
Yeah.
Can I ask it this? I gave this guy a hug earlier.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Where is he? He's got his stuff here.
He's probably
Where's
people.
Dad? Where's Dad? Daddy. I'm live, but I have 0 viewers. There's nobody watching. I didn't.
Around lunchtime.
It is lunchtime. I didn't plan this. I just decided a few minutes ago. I was like, I'm gonna go live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this was part of the YouTube panel.
It is a YouTube panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, that would be part of the YouTube panel.
No. I mean, it is. It's gonna be now.
Oh yeah. Now it is. No,
So-
there's no turning back.
I just hope it doesn't kill my my phone because I still need it to get my picture with Alice Cooper later.
Oh yeah.
I have to show him the QR code or whatever.
You need a charger for your phone.
I have a charger at my table.
I have one. You have an Apple. What Apple do you have?
It's a Lightning. This is a 12.
If you need to use it while you're up there.
Are you gonna be here?
Yeah, I'm moderating this one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
That would be excellent because then I would have no worries about it dying. Are there plugs up there?
there should be.
Let's see. Let's take a look. You know what? I'm gonna grab my chair. I'm gonna take right in the middle. Nobody else is up there. Excuse me. Pardon me.
And
I don't set this on the tripod right here. I don't see any plugs. But way back there.
okay. It's a long cord, but it ain't that long.
I mean, you would think there would be something up here, right?
Yeah, some kind of power coming in.
I mean, the microphones don't have to be plugged in, so maybe not. Probably not. You know what? I'm happy.
We're not going to worry about it.
What's the best?
Is okay, sorry.
Alex,
Then go straight over the big take 5 upload those like hey, yeah. Then you can take those parts and works.
It works.
That's not like that's what you do. Because you already have them. So you're not making something.
How much noise can I make with this thing?
So that's what I would recommend. But in terms of like what I'm trying to do with the whole thing, you guys are
Nobody's watching. Each time. There's somebody watching. I wish there was a. Right. So here I am on the stage. There was one person watching, now there's 0 people watching. It is time for our panel. I'm the only one on the stage right now. We got the other guys subscribing to each other's channels over here. We already did that. I already did that.
Do you mind if I give you mine? Yeah. Put your phone on this. Just put it on. No, you don't have to.
So Matthew, how's this work?
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Good to meet you.
Yeah, who's the panel moderator? Is that you, or did we moderate it ourselves?
We're basically I'm a glorified babysitter, really.
Just make sure we don't break anything.
Don't break anything. Don't start throwing chairs around.
I don't know. The wrestling guy might want to throw some chairs.
No.
I think we're ready. Yeah.
ready?
Yeah. Whenever you guys are ready.
I guess I can act as a somewhat moderator too.
Is it until is it 2:15?
An MC. What's that?
I see. Your time slot is until like 2:15, right?
Yeah. 1:30 to 2:15.
Keep it close to that. And go a little
Spread out the table. All right. Let me change the setting. Streamyard needs to make this a little easier to switch the cameras. Yeah, dude, I got a Streamyard tattoo.
I started with that. I'm on Ecamm now.
I know, that's a lot of work. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. All right, well, let's introduce Alex. We'll start with you.
Oh, my goodness. Hello, everyone. So, my name is Alex, just Alex. I am a wrestling YouTuber, and, you know, I always like to say, welcome to Alex's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. You guys are not wrestling fans. You guys are fans of comics, so welcome to the stream here. I'm excited to be here. I hope you are too.
Oh, I got something up.
You're next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Don Terrell, and my YouTube channel is Don Terrell. It's a content creation channel, but I have a live show that I do every week called The Color of Motion, where I highlight people of color and diverse backgrounds in the industry of motion graphics, animation, visual effects, cartoons, comics. So I've had people on from Marvel, DC, Disney, Netflix, writers, directors, producers, so I love the show.
All right. I'll go next. I can't even, am I in frame? That's the thing about it.
You want to get in frame?
It's all right.
I can frame you.
It's all right. There's not even anybody watching right now. This is for later, really.
There we go.
Or if somebody wants to jump in later. Hi, I'm Rob Zip. I have a heavy metal travel show called The Most Epic Adventures. So what I do is I'm a vlogger. I vlog things I do. Sometimes I'm live, like right now. Sometimes I just record stuff, and I usually use my phone 95% of the time. I do have some nicer cameras. I have a GoPro that I'll take with me when I'm going to like water parks and stuff like that. But I also do live streams on Monday nights when I can, called The Most Metal Monday Night. I interview metal bands from all over the world live on my channel. So I do a few different things on my channel, but it's a heavy metal travel show. That's the easiest way to put it.
I'm Tyler Esposito. I'm the content creator of a channel called My Retro Life, and basically it's a retro gaming YouTube channel that showcases all these old home movie clips that my family recorded when I was a little kid growing up in the 80s and 90s and into the early 2000s. And my dad captured just about every major console release that there ever was back in those days from that time span. Sega, Atari, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. He was a gamer himself, and so he was running around with a camcorder just recording everything. So there's a lot of really cool, like historical, old pop culture home video footage. And so what I do is I take those old clips and I create stories. You know, I tell the stories about those old days and growing up in a major gaming family. We were all about games. And so that's what I do. How's everybody having a good time here at Comicpalooza? All right. Well, we appreciate all of you being here to see, talk to us about, so you want to be a YouTuber is the name of this panel. And so I see some young people out here in the audience. I'm sure I always hear about young people saying, "Oh, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to get into YouTube." Or some people say, "I want to do YouTube for my job for the rest of my life." So he's pointing over here. There you go. So we are here to answer any questions you might have about what goes into this whole YouTube thing, and should I be a YouTuber? Should I become one? We've told a little bit about ourselves. I don't know if anybody has some questions. We'd love to answer them in the time that we have allotted, and we'll elaborate and talk a little bit more about our own experiences on YouTube and what it's been like. So if anybody wants to raise their hand, holler at us. There you go, right over here.
You said how many haters show up on the stream?
How many haters show up on the stream?
Listen, it happens to me all the time. Do you always have your comments turned off?
No.
Okay.
I don't. If you notice comments turned off on my videos, it's because YouTube has a policy where if they detect children in the video, they will disable comments to protect children, even if it's old historical footage from 30
yourself.
years ago.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's kind of funny. Sorry, I got really
okay.
But yeah, no, I don't do that. Unfortunately, YouTube disables.
That's great. I did not know that. Yeah, I've had to turn off comments just twice. Once was recently, like a week ago, just because. So one thing I do is I vlog sporting events I attend, and I am a season ticket holder for the Houston Dynamo, Houston Dash, and Houston Dynamo 2. And we, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hey, listen, man, they're a lot of fun. And Houston Dynamo 2 are awesome. They're a really good team. Houston Dynamo #1, they need a little help. Either way, I love it. So, are all of us in here from Houston, more or less? Yeah. So we all don't like Dallas that much, do we? So there's a huge rivalry between Houston and Dallas. So when Houston plays Dallas in any sport, there's some stuff that's going to happen. And in soccer, there's definitely like some hooliganism and some rivalry there that is a lot deeper than when the Astros play the Rangers, for example. So on that video, at the end of the video, I usually put everything in linear, from how it starts to the end. But this one, I started at the end telling everyone I'm turning comments off. There's some crazy stuff that happened in this game. So here you go. And it actually, out of all the games that I've vlogged so far, it's gotten the most views because I started it off with the warning and turned the comments off. And usually YouTube, their algorithm, the way it works is the more engagement it has, the better your videos do. So that's why we always say, please like and comment, because the more likes and comments a video gets, the more the YouTube algorithm will show that video. So for me to turn off the comments on that, I was like, this is going to take a hit. But I'm doing it I just don't want to fight with people on the internet. Right. And so that was the best thing. And the only other time, I usually keep my show very positive, but I went to Southern California last summer, and I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain and had a terrible time. So I just called the video, Six Flags Magic Mountain sucks. And all these people just hated on me for it. So I was like, you know what? Comments are coming off. And sometimes it's just, that's the best way to go about it.
How about you, Alex?
I see things differently when it comes to my channel. To answer your question, every video gets heat. Every video gets someone leaving some type of hate message. But here's how I see it. It takes energy and thought for someone to hate on you. It doesn't just come out naturally. They have to actually think about it. So I think about, okay, what is it about me that's making people go, man, I really hate this guy, I'm gonna leave a mean comment. Because then that type of stuff lets you know that, hey, I must be someone important to them in their life. I must be something it's gotta be something driving them up a wall to make me do what I'm doing. So I must be doing something right? So I can see it that way. And so a lot of times is when I see a mean comment, you know what I say? Thank you for leaving the comment. Pisses them off every time.
Yeah,
it really
exactly.
gets them.
It does. Yeah.
That's not the reaction they want, because they hate on you because they want a certain reaction from you. And if you give it to them, one thing YouTubers do, especially the big ones, they like to take those comments that they see and then they post it all over their social media. The trolls, I call them trolls, the haters, they love that. That's what they live for. Especially if you have a million, think about this, you have 1 million subscribers, right? You get this hate trolls comment on your YouTube, on your Twitter, you got them exposed to all these people that they have never talked to. This person probably talks to like 5 people in his life. You just exposed them to 1 million people. So instead of just exposing them, just say, thank you for your comment, move on, or delete their comment. That's what I like to do, especially the ones that have long paragraphs. They take hours to write.
Just delete.
It really does suck, but yeah, man, embrace your haters, because that means that you made it.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what he said, if you're going to get on social media, you're going to have to learn to get a little thicker skin, because you're always going to have haters. And what do they say? If you don't have haters, then you're not doing something right. If you're doing something right, you're going to find haters and people that just aren't going to like your content. You can't please everybody. Just go with your passion, what you like to do, share it. You'll find your tribe.
There you go, man.
And to also add to that, if you're looking to become a YouTuber and you're wanting to do your thing and kind of make your mark, you can't let these haters that you will encounter bring you down or stop you from doing what you're going to do. Because ultimately, somebody once said to me, it was about a film, actually. It was about hating on a film, people hating on something that somebody created, maybe a short film. And they said, until you've walked a mile in that person's shoes, until you've actually like made a movie, like how do you even go about like hating on it? And so half the people that are going to hate on your videos on YouTube, they're not even doing it. They're not even trying to do what you're doing, the effort, the hard work that goes into it. And so you got to just tune it out, like these other gentlemen have said, and really not let anything deter you. If you've got a vision and you've got like a passion for it, what you're doing, just keep going with it. Because every new video you do is going to help you learn and grow, and you're going to continue growing with each one. And so that's very important. Question right here.
I have kind of a naive question. I'm not very familiar with YouTube. How do you make money on it?
How do you make money on YouTube? If you guys could tell me how to make more money on YouTube, that would be awesome. If the monetization, like to get monetized on YouTube, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched in the last 365 days, and it is a moving calendar. But honestly, like a lot of people, they strive to, I got to get monetized. I got to get monetized. That money, unless you have like 1 million subscribers and maybe 500,000 subscribers, that Google AdSense money is not life-changing. It's not enough to live off of. You have to find other ways, sell some merchandise, get some sponsorships, which are not easy to come by either. Affiliate links are another way. There's
Patreon is another way.
Patreon's been good for some people.
YouTube memberships as well.
Brand deals. My buddy, I have my buddy Compilation Crew is watching. He takes TikTok videos and makes compilations from TikTok videos, and he's got like millions of views on those. Wow. So he's got some good brand deals. He said he bought a Tesla.
Wow.
He's 20 and he has a Tesla. So it can happen.
You just have to mix it up with a lot of different ways. There's not just one way.
Multiple revenue streams. The ad monetization on videos is very minuscule as you're starting up. And that's one thing, going back to like not being deterred, not being discouraged, is that even when you start making money from your YouTube videos through ad revenue, don't be discouraged. Like Rob was saying, when it's early, it's kind of slim pickings early on, you'll start learning. But as you continue growing, and as these guys were saying, like you find different revenue streams, find different ways to keep the money coming. And for a lot of people, it really is just a side hustle. I know for myself, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. And so I've been able to, over the years, turn it into something that is a side hustle that does help and adds to the overall revenue that I make, plus my full-time job and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where I would love to encourage all of you who are interested in YouTube to not be too hyper-focused about the money that could be made. Because if that is what you're setting your sights on, very early on you might become very discouraged. And I'm sure all of us up here would want to promote you not to be discouraged, because you can find ways to make money, but you have to work it. You have to really work hard on it, and like these guys said, find lots of different ways to make that money.
And one last thing, we have to be careful with that mindset, because a lot of times we see these big YouTubers who are millions, probably more than that, of subscribers who got famous because of trends. They got lucky one time, and then boom, next thing you know, they're getting millions of views every single video. And then we look at the money, but we don't see is what that person did to get to that point. These people who got popular off of a trend, okay, they were popular for a couple of years, and then next, 3 years later, no one hears about them no more. They made their money, but that's now where they're making their money off of. What we're doing is long-term building. We're starting from ground zero, and we're building our own audience from our own niche. And then over time, we'll hit the million, but we'll have the ones, we built the audience based off of what we're doing. We're not following the trends. we're setting the trends. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's well said.
There you go.
Yeah, so
I like
you
that.
set the trends, then you create your own revenue through all kinds of means. One thing that I do is live streams.
Yeah.
They donate on live streams. And let me tell you something, they go, if you were talking about something that they're passionate about, they will literally throw money at you. 5, 10, 20. I got someone doing $100. And then I'm not making that up. People will throw money at you if they like or invest in what you do.
That's why I say you do it long enough, and you go in it with your passion in mind, you'll find your tribe of people that love your content and will support your content. So you have to go into it with that mindset.
Yeah, and just to also add to that is that, you know, those are the people that are the real fans that you garner, that you have coming to your channel. You want to cater to them, and because those are like your people. Those are like you can count on them. They're going to be with you for the long haul because they love what you do and what you're all about. And so that's another thing to also say is like to not maybe, you know, take care of those people. Take care of those people that started following you from the very beginning and love your content, and don't get too focused on, oh, I got to get all these subscribers, oh, I got to do this, I got to branch out. Branching out is good, but I think it's very important because those are the people, like I said, are going to stick with you. You know, even like Alex was saying, you know, sometimes these YouTubers are searching for trends and they're doing what's trendy, and the trend dies out, and all of a sudden nobody's really watching them anymore because they failed to really build a fan base or a following with the people that were like dedicated at the very beginning.
Now there's a saying I love that, you know, you can have 1 million subscribers, but really you only need 1,000 true fans.
Yep.
You only need 1,000 true fans to really make an impact and make a living if that's your thing. And really, that's really what's going to support you, those true 1,000 people.
I mean, if you think about it, if you have 1,000 people doing $5 a month, 5,000 a month, 60,000 a year, that's a salary.
That's a salary right there.
He's right. You know, sometimes you just gotta support those who support you and love what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I've had like job interviews ask me about my YouTube being, they said, is it monetized? I'm like, yeah, but I don't even make what I spend. You know, it's a hobby. You know, I've got my brand, you know, I got my shirt and my hat, and I've got my booth down there trying to get some more subscribers, but it's my hobby, and I personally enjoy bringing people along with me when I go on my adventures. I mean, and that's me, that's my channel, you know, personally, and we all have completely different channels, and that's the, you know, one thing I love about this panel is we all.
But I think the common thing is, it's a channel of what we love.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And I keep going back to that. Find your passion. Whatever it is, find your passion and you'll stick with it. I know a lot of people, like I said, they go after the trends, they go after the subscribers, they go after the money, but they're not a channel of what they love.
Like if I wanted to do nude Squid Games, I keep saying this, if I wanted to do nude Squid Games, I would get millions of views on that, but the fact that it's not something that I enjoy or love or anything that's sincere, it's going to really show.
Yeah.
And they're not going to come back.
And I'll say, like I said, I've done, part of my channel is live streaming, and I have a live stream show that I do every week. And I've done several live stream shows. The other ones were more branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, and design. But it wasn't until I took a hiatus from the last one, and I have a passion for cartoons and comics. And that's what I love to do. And so when I started this third one, I started it with that in mind, going back to the passion of what really drove me to get into graphics and art in the first place, which was cartoons. Coupled with, I wanted to highlight people of color because I know when I started, that wasn't what I saw. And I knew there were a lot of great creators of color and diverse backgrounds out there. And so that's what fuels my show and why I enjoy doing it and why it keeps going. I'm going into my 3rd season now of doing it. And it's starting to gain traction. And when you find people that say, wow, I really love your show. It's really got a place and it's really something that needs to be out there. That's what helps fuel you to keep going. When you know that people are getting something of value from the content that you're putting out there.
I saw a hand go up back here.
Well, you were saying with children, they turn off the comments,
Yeah,
right?
so YouTube's policy is that if they detect children in the video, they will disable comments. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes some of my old videos with the old home movie footage goes by undetected. But I think for the most part, you'll have to keep that in mind when you're creating content. If you're a child in this room who wants to make videos, that you may not be able to read comments from people on your videos. And that's just something YouTube does to protect you.
Yeah.
And so, go ahead, sir.
Well, I mean, how often you make it is kind of relative to what you think it should be, but you really should be consistent.
Yeah.
Like, don't make a video and then 6 months later make another video and expect it to do as well.
Yeah.
You know, so just that's one thing you definitely need to stay consistent. It doesn't necessarily like I do interviews with metal bands on Monday nights, but stuff happens and I can't do it every Monday. You know, but people know, you know, I try to keep people updated on my Twitter to let them know, you know, this is the band I have coming up, or I have it scheduled ahead of time so people will see that in their feeds and they can set their notifications. That's one of the, you know, the bell, when people are like, hit that bell so you'll be notified. That's what that's for, is whenever someone goes live or posts a new video, it'll go to everybody who has hit that bell. It'll go to their phones.
Yeah, it still could block in the comments as far as it all depends on how prominently featured the child is. I think the detection software really works off of frequency in voices, because I've put up videos where I'm not including the voice, the sound of my old home movies of us as kids, and I'll instead be narrating over it and telling a story. But it's just my voice as an adult that's really being, and those videos go by undetected. So I think what it mainly does is it works off of vocal frequencies to find out if there's a child in it. I think like the older and deeper the voice gets, it won't be able to detect it anymore. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Right here? Or actually, we did answer your question. I think there was a question right here.
Yeah, can we go back to just basic building blocks?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, but I've never filmed or uploaded anything to YouTube before. Right. What kind of equipment, like if you're filming with your phone, does that work? Do you need an external mic, lighting?
Well, yeah.
Pretend I'm an idiot.
Okay, yeah. So I have bought a bunch of crap and wasted a lot of money. And you see me with my phone right now. I am going around the convention and I'm using a GoPro, but I could have done it just as easily with my phone, because I'm going to send all those files to my phone and slap it together with iMovie, which is, I mean, I'm an iPhone person. I see some Android phones in here. I'm sure they have the equivalent. Yeah. Hey man, I love my iPhones, but so you don't need to go out and buy a whole lot of stuff. If you are doing like a live stream from your office and you want an interesting background, it helps to get like a ring light, which you can get on Amazon for like $30. Put it above your computer. Your computer webcam is usually okay, but you can buy better cameras. I know you have a really good camera hooked up to your system. You can go as expensive as you want, but you don't have to.
I tell people, don't start there.
Yeah.
Start with your phone. Your phone's got just as good a resolution as some of these Canon I got. It shoots in 4K.
Yeah.
That's all you need. I will say, get an external mic, even if it's a lapel mic. Don't use your camera phone or camera mic, because it just sounds better when the mic is closer to you.
You'd be surprised though. Like I agree. I don't disagree with you, but man,
you'll have to work at. I think you'll have to work the audio a little. You know, I find it better if you have, like I said,
it is better. It is better for sure. It is better.
Get the mic as close to your voice or your mouth as you can, and earpiece with a mic, that's good enough.
But like when I vlog, like when I go to a soccer game, like in a Dynamo game, I can't bring in any of that stuff because I'm going in as a fan. But everybody brings in their phones, so
I think it depends on the type of channel you're making.
Right? For sure.
If you're very vlog style and you're kind of running and gunning it, a lot of times a microphone that you're going to buy wouldn't necessarily, like Rob said, maybe just use your phone because you're documenting things on the go. But I think in order for you to automatically, right out of the gate, kind of stand out a little bit more than maybe just somebody who, I shouldn't say that, like as far as like, you want to stand out in a very quality way sometimes. So, because like you'll read comments like, "Oh, wow, your audio is really good," or "Your lighting's really good," and that person is probably going to stick with you a little bit more because they noticed it. You stood out when your videos come on their feed. Oh, that was a quality channel. I like that, so I'm going to watch it again. So the two things I would recommend when you're starting out on YouTube, if you want to go for a little bit higher quality production, would be like Don said, audio and lighting. The two things. Those are the two things. If you get your lighting looking good, where you're not overexposed or you're not, it doesn't like. There's some videos online you can look at too on YouTube that would help you in starting that. I know in this short amount of time that we have, it might not be the best resource, but I would tell you that audio and lighting, if you nail those two things down, it goes a long way.
And one example I would show you is there's a YouTuber named Long Beach Griffy. I'm gonna need the kids not to look them up, please. You adults only. But literally, camera and his phone, films, and that's all he does. 5 million subscribers, he uploads once a week. Didn't start out doing that. He did more when he first started, but he has so many followers now. He has sponsorships, he gets invited to events, and all he does is this. So it just depends, like he says, on what your content is. Right. Now, I don't know if you're someone that wants to draw, if you're a comedy sketch kind of dude. If you are doing more practical stuff, that right there, that's good at anything. I love the sign, by the way. So, hey, you might be a little bit more equipped, but whatever fits what you're doing, that's what you would go for. You don't really need that much to be that big.
I would look at whatever you're trying to do. I would look at similar channels that have done well, and then I would don't copy them. Of course, be yourself. That's the most important thing, to be yourself and to. But as far as when it comes to the production, try to maybe take some ideas from what you're seeing in those channels that are similar to what the product that you're trying to deliver.
I got to say something like I'm a travel vlogger. That's one of the main things I like to do. And one thing that a lot of other travel vloggers do that I hate it, is, hey, look, I'm at the Grand Canyon. Look at how great the Grand Canyon is. And all you can see is their big fat head. Don't do that. That's another, like me personally, I'll show myself at the beginning, and then I turn the camera just to introduce what's going on, and then I turn the camera around and I bring people with me. So it's like a point of view type show. And then if I'm eating, I'll be like, hey, look, check this out. And then you can see the food, you can see me eating, but then I'll turn the camera back around, and then at the end I'll do an outro. So I mean, if you want to make it all about yourself, if you love yourself that much, that's fine. But I personally, if I want to see a video of someone at the Grand Canyon, I don't want to see their big head. I want to see the beauty and the grandeur of the Grand Canyon. So that's just, man, that kills me. It kills me.
Along the way, you'll figure out the things that work for you, and it's always an iterative process. You're always going to be working to make it better.
Yeah.
So you'll figure all that stuff out, of things, what resonates with the people that are watching and following, what resonates with you. You'll figure all that out, and you'll change it along the way, because it's not going to stay the same.
Okay, what about editing? What software do y'all use? If you don't know anything about editing, where would
If you don't know
start?
anything about editing, hire somebody.
Yeah.
I do it myself because I love editing. There's tons. I use a ton of different. I use everything from ScreenFlow to DaVinci to Acrobat, whatever it is. I mean, I'm a content creator, so I love using different software. But if you're not an editor, hire somebody. Get somebody. You can find somebody to do it. Better than you
I
highly
disagree with that.
Better than you trying to do it yourself. If your thing is going to be editing.
Editing. Listen, you are a great editor, Tyler. Like your videos are very well. I mean, because you're intertwining old footage with new voiceovers, and you do a great job. It's beautiful. I personally hate editing. I hate it. So I worked as a master control operator for 20 years, staring at a wall of monitors with all these computers. When I get home and I'm doing something I like, I don't want to stare at computers and a wall of monitors, putting everything together. So I do have a Mac with Final Cut Pro. I spent the money for it. I've used it like 3 times. I've paid some editors to edit some things. I felt like it was more important to, I was helping it was like when the pandemic started and some restaurants needed some help. So I went and made some restaurant videos, and I paid some editors to edit those together, and the return on the investment wasn't there for me.
Yeah.
So like I'm saying, like I have iMovie on my phone. You just add the files, and you can get the more you use it, you can learn different tricks that you can do to make it a little better. But like videos I've paid editors to edit for me, and stuff I slapped together with iMovie, it wasn't worth it to pay for an editor, and it wasn't worth it for me to spend the extra time in front of a computer adding a bunch of things that it wasn't enjoyable for me personally. So if you're just starting out, I would not suggest you going out and spending a lot of money on a lot of software and computers like I've done myself. It depends on what you do. If all you do is live streams, like I'm doing a live stream right now, I'm using Streamyard, which I have the pro plan is $50 a month. That can be a lot of money. So what I did with Streamyard is I said, hey, Streamyard, would you give me a lifetime pro account if I got your logo tattooed on my body? And they said, hell yes. So I got the duck, Puddles the duck, and I used my phone using Streamyard when I got the tattoo made. Wow. And
that's pretty cool. That's cool.
So I guess that was my first brand deal. Yeah. So sometimes you have to be creative with stuff like that. Yeah. But because I enjoy doing the live streams in addition to my travel vlogs. So, but I didn't have the $50 a month, and I like the product because you can stream to your different sources at the same time.
And I use them too.
Yeah.
When I started out, I love I love live streaming as well as creating, editing content as well. I did the same thing. Brand Restream on me, but they sponsored me and gave me an account. And like I said, there's creative ways of getting, free stuff or equipment and things like that. I just got, like I said, another sponsor Toon Boom Animations, they sponsored my show. And so they're giving me software to give out and give away. So there's creative ways to get, the stuff that you need. Like I said, now, if you love editing, there's a lot of free software out there. Audacity does audio, it's free.
Yeah.
DaVinci, they have a free one if you love editing. So iMovie comes with Apple. So there's a lot of stuff. If you love to do it, there's free software you don't have to pay to do it.
Look, I'm gonna be blunt with you. When it comes to YouTube editors, they are a dime a dozen. Most what happens is most of these big YouTubers go to the same editor and they just pay him to edit the videos the exact same way.
Yeah.
You'll see it with the real rejects and the Jabby. I think Tyrone Magnus edits his own stuff. He doesn't even do that much. It's just he reacts and then he just puts the video in. I think if you're gonna be a YouTuber, it's a necessary skill. You gotta get good at editing. Even if it's something that's cutting it up to where it seems fast-paced and adding music in the background, I use Movie Studio. I do it all the time, and I upload every day. It is time-consuming, but that's what makes this. You will appreciate being a YouTuber a lot more when you realize the amount of work that goes into making these videos, doing an upload schedule, and then, of course, you got to read the comments, make sure it's good quality. And you be watching a video, you go, "Oh, dang it! Is that one part I left in there?" Well, it's stuck in there now. It's just a necessary part of being a YouTuber, but that's what makes it special.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Like you said, you'll appreciate the process a lot more.
I started editing Windows Movie Maker back in the day.
Oh yeah,
Now
yeah.
I'm a video editor, and that is free, and that comes.
Like I said,
Yeah.
with Windows.
Yeah.
So Apple has iMovie.
You've got it.
Yeah, absolutely. I started editing on iMovie back in 1999 or 2000, and I was only 13 years old, and I just started working with short films I would make, and I would film my friends in the backyard making crazy horror movies and all sorts of weird stuff like that, and take those projects and then bring them into iMovie and edit them. And slowly but surely, that's how I started learning how to edit. And now I'm an editor full time. That's actually what I do. I work in video production full time aside from the YouTube thing.
Okay, well that would explain why your videos are edited well.
Oh,
That's
you.
your.
Yeah. And so I would say, it is to piggyback on what they said. It is a very good skill to have if you're going to become a YouTuber, and to teach yourself even the basics would take you very, very far.
Sure.
And if you can eliminate the need to hire somebody, that's only going to really help you with your margin and make sure that you're not going to get burned out and a lot of things. So I highly recommend, even if it's the basics.
Yeah.
Like Rob even said, on your iPhone or whatever, just getting iMovie on your phone, because they've really streamlined it.
Yeah.
So that you can take the clips that you're just filming out and about, and immediately bring it right. They're already there on your phone, so you don't have to bring it into a computer. You just edit on your phone with iMovie. Yeah.
You got a basic movie studio.
Yeah, a little movie
Right
studio.
on your phone with all the apps.
Well, it's like Doc Brown said in Back to the Future when he held up the portable VCR, and he's like, "A portable movie studio in the palm of your hand." Imagine if you saw the 1950s Doc Brown, if he were to hold an iPhone in his hand.
Oh, the witch in the back.
Yes.
Okay.
All got such a private, and I was not able to get in touch with YouTube to test them. How do you guys deal with YouTube, the policies of YouTube, and how to navigate what's acceptable and what's not? Because to me, it's just a convoluted mess.
Right.
It can be, yeah. It can be. Music, like I deal with a lot of musicians and bands and festivals and stuff like that, so music can be an issue. That's why I like to work with a lot of smaller bands because, well, they're nicer for one, and for two, usually I don't have those copyright issues. I haven't had
I haven't had a whole lot of issues with a lot of my content.
where my videos get unlisted.
Maybe, like you said, with occasionally with music, but even then it's not that much. Nowadays, if you're going to purchase, there's a lot of companies that have they partnered with YouTube to clear all
Well,
of that.
on the
Yeah.
YouTube studio, there's a whole music
Yeah, there's a whole
library.
library.
There's thousands and thousands of. Well, I mean, if you don't want to get specific, you don't have to. But what was it about the videos that?
They were just like vlogs of my everyday life. Just like, oh, I'm gonna go do this thing. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check this thing out. And I only had 5 videos on my channel, and they were like 2 minutes long. And all of them got sent private, and I can't get them back to vlog.
Do you have
They usually tell you in the studio. They tell you why.
Do you have the functionality like to click and make them public? Like,
Can you set them to public?
I tried.
yeah.
Like, I went into my settings, and I even sent an email to the YouTube moderators.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Do you have YouTube Studio on your phone right now?
This is my husband's phone. I'm actually recording this for him.
Okay.
Something I've noticed.
That was just the question I wanted to ask.
Sure.
I
Sometimes.
have 7 subscribers, and now I'm taking an access.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's very bonkers.
You might want to check the settings on your YouTube. Sometimes YouTube, you can have it automatically when you upload, go automatically to private.
Yeah.
And so you may have accidentally enabled that without realizing it. So there's a way to go into the settings and say, no, I want every video when I upload to be either, they give you 3 options, public, private, or unlisted.
Right. All mine are unlisted
Yeah.
until I make them public.
So
Yeah.
maybe that happened. Maybe check your settings and see if that got switched over or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If you had your phone, if you had YouTube Studio, I could look on there.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm pretty sure one of
Yeah,
us
it's-
can help you out with that.
Yeah.
No problem.
Totally. Right here.
How many likes and dislikes?
Well, YouTube made the dislikes go invisible,
Yeah.
but they're still there. You can still see them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see them if you like. You're wearing a TubeBuddy shirt. I use TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy will show me the YouTube Studio on my desktop. Will show me. It won't show me on my phone.
Okay. Yeah.
But I will say this: don't go for that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you will get disappointed.
Oh,
one way
yeah.
or the other. When you start your YouTube channel, like I said before, do it on what you love to do, and don't worry about the likes, the views.
Yeah, we were talking about the haters at the beginning. Like
Yeah.
there was somebody, every single video I posted, they disliked
Uh-huh.
every single one. So I could never get 100% on anything. And then when they made the dislike go invisible, they gave up.
Oh.
So now most of my videos are 100%. Most of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them. But yeah, you can't. I've never had a video more disliked than liked, though. That would be something.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
I've had a
crazy.
couple
Pretty
of weird.
controversial.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of weird comments, maybe,
Yeah.
but
Spam comments.
Yeah, spam comments.
That happens.
That happens.
That happens.
Um,
Just report it.
yeah, and then not post the comment. So it's gonna
Just do it because you love it.
Right.
Do it 'cause you
Yeah,
love it.
don't do anything on the internet for the likes.
Or the
Yeah.
views.
Or the
That was a
views.
question. I don't know if you were here listening to the
The podcast. before?
one.
Yeah.
They were talking about
Like how many people?
being
Like right now.
consciously live.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
right
I
now
don't-
it says I've got 3 people watching.
I don't
care.
think about
There's
that.
gonna be
Yeah.
there's gonna be hundreds or maybe 1,000 people that'll watch this later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
So-
replay. So
Yeah.
Don't consciously go into it wondering how many likes, dislikes, comments,
Yeah. And if you,
reshares. Do it for what you love to do it, and the rest will come.
and if you're not getting the viewership or the type of views, or if you're not getting what you want out of it, because obviously everybody's got goals in their mind or in their head when they go into a project like this, or I would just say, if you're disappointed in what your results are, don't think about it as a negative of like, oh man, like nobody cares. No, somebody cares, and more people will. But maybe just think about new ways to create content that maybe will create more traction.
Nude Squid Games.
One thing I will say is always be invited when you're asking for likes. Don't make it seem like I need the likes because I need that attention. No, don't do it like that. Just be like, hey, thank you for watching. Please like the video as you file out. If you do it that way, you're always going to get someone that's going to like the videos. It never fails. If you make it so, hey, you don't have to like it, but if you do, I appreciate it. You'll see your likes go up tremendously. Trust me. All right.
We about at time?
Yeah, we're about at time. Can we answer one more question from Marshmallow?
Marshmallow?
Well, he had the marshmallow hat on there. There you go. All right, what's your...
He's stuck on haters.
Wait.
Sorry.
Sorry.
One more time.
What was it?
In real life.
In real life.
No, now... So when I do a lot of the like I say, I vlog the Dynamo games and I'll go to the games. I have people come up to me all the time like, hey Rob, what's up? And give me when I this morning I had to give my friend who's helping me with my table. I had to go meet him a pass and a subscriber was like, hey Rob, how's it going? That still blows my mind. But I've never had any like a hater been like, hey, I saw your YouTube. You know, that doesn't happen.
One thing
it hasn't. I don't know.
But now it will happen.
Yeah, hey.
So he's going to deliberately like do that.
Yeah.
But one thing to think about or to know is like these people that are haters that you're talking about, they're very feeble, small people really hiding behind a computer screen who really have nothing better to do in their life than to hate on somebody's passion.
Yeah.
And there's so many people in life that are going to want to take you down.
Yeah.
And you just can't let them do it. You've got to filter all that noise out. Like my friend George, I don't know if he's watching or hearing, but like he says, I don't drink that Haterade. And I agree with that. Don't drink it. Don't drink the Haterade.
And just remember, they're doing that because you're doing something that they're afraid to do themselves. They're not doing themselves. That's why they hate.
Yeah.
Whenever I made my first YouTube short, I stuttered a lot because that was my first time, and a lot of haters came up and said, why you stuttered?
Oh.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well,
that because they're not courageous enough to get on camera themselves.
that's true. And I don't typically do shorts because I don't like the vertical video. That's maybe because I'm an old man. I don't know. But sure. But I did one earlier just telling people, hey, I'm here at Comicpalooza. Come see me by the bathroom and popcorn. So I did a little short. I did a little short, and I didn't like the way I sounded, so I redid it. You know, you can that's the thing. You can redo it over and over. If you're not confident in your take, you can just redo it. You know, and if there are people being mean to you, there are people, like we were saying, there's some people that just be mean. I don't understand people, but some people just go out of their way just to be mean. So don't pay them any attention. If you're being cool and broadcasting yourself to these people, pay no mind to them.
Yeah, don't worry about what
but you know, it's also a confidence in speaking thing. You know, we're all obviously confident speakers, and that comes, you know, when I was your age. Yeah, definitely. They didn't have YouTube when I was, you know, your age, so they didn't have that.
It's
a skill. It's a learned skill, without a doubt.
And it's definitely different with live than it is with edited because you can go back and edit it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why I love live because it's you get what you see is what you get, and it helps to train me to get better at being on camera, just doing it live, which is why I love live. But when I started just getting on camera, trust me, I was stuttering too. And I don't stutter. As a person, I don't stutter. But you just get conscious of being on camera. And like I said, when you get it in your mind that you're always going to find those ones that hate you because you're doing something that they're not courageous enough to do.
Or that they can't do.
Or that they can't do. Yeah.
It's a lot of jealousy from when really think about it, is what the root of a lot of these people, their problem is, these haters.
Misery loves company.
Yeah.
Misery loves company. Remember that.
Yeah,
That's good. That's
yeah,
smart.
yeah. You gotta protect them kids. All right. Well, Matthew's looking at us longingly to get off the stage. So
It was great.
thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah.
This is Alex. Alex, you want to say where your channel is, where they can find you?
Yes. I am just Alex on YouTube, so that's just ALYX on YouTube if you want to find me. Hope you guys tune me in.
And Dom?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry, no, go ahead.
One more thing. Raw Podcast is my podcast. We're 2 cohorts here. We also have that podcast going. Check us out. Come see us. See ya.
You can find me at my name, Don Terrell, Terrell. You'll find all my content there.
Rob?
Yeah, I actually created my channel before I created my channel. Does that make sense? I had an account using my name, so it's ROBBZIPP. My name is Rob Zip. That is my real name. Yeah.
And y'all can find my channel just by searching YouTube. Just type in My Retro Life. You'll find my stuff. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, shoes, man. I love the shoes. Love the shoes.
All right. Oh, excuse me. All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I want to get a picture of all of us. I want to thank you. I want to get a picture of all of us together.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right. that was fun. Now I'm talking about showing my big head.
Thanks, Jen. Appreciate you.
Thank you. So that was a lot of fun. So we're gonna take some pictures. But thanks for watching the panel. Oh, wait, let me end this real quick. Thanks for watching the panel. Bye. Have the most epic adventures.